Football is a sport, man, that we love, and we love to cheer for our Detroit Lions, and we want nothing more than to win the Super Bowl. But you know what? Behind the Honolulu blue and the lion emblem on the helmet, these are just guys, man, who live, breathe, eat just like the rest of us. Yeah, they make more money, and they put their body on the line week in and week out, man, and something that the majority of us could not only physically do, but mentally might not even be able to do it. And we got a guy that we drafted back in 2022. His name is Josh Paschal, and we know that he was battling cancer in Kentucky. Man, he was able to beat it. I remember very specifically the interview that he had at the Combine with the Detroit Lions or the pre-draft interview where they were asking him some questions and going through adversity, and he mentioned it. He was able to beat it, get drafted in the third round of the 2022 NFL draft. As a matter of fact, we wind up taking, he was in the second round. We wind up taking Jamison Williams, and then we took Josh Paschal 46. As a matter of fact, he kind of was part of that Jamison Williams trade. And while he hasn't quite lived up to that second round potential, he's been one of the biggest kind of assets that we've had since we lost Aiden Hutchinson. As a matter of fact, he is the only defensive lineman with a sack since Hutch has gone down October 13th, almost a month ago. As a matter of fact, when the Detroit Lions play the Houston Texans, it will almost be a month. It'll be 4 Sundays since Aiden went down, and Paschal is the only D lineman with a sack. Well, he's missed the last 2 games, and we were wondering, like, what's going on. At the very beginning, it was an illness, and we found out that he was actually battling something that had to do with his cancer. So let me tell you, let me let Josh tell you what's going on and why he missed the last 2 games. This is coming from Brad Galley's YouTube channel. He is a reporter with Channel 7 News here in Detroit. Here's what Josh had to say.
Yeah, so I just have like yearly checkups that I got to go to. They found like a little small mass in my shoulder, and then just had to deal with that. But it was nothing cancerous, thankfully. Praise God for that. But just had to take care of that. I was hoping just to be out for, a week, but it wasn't something that you can really bounce back from in a week, so it just took 2. So I'm thankful to be back now, though, to be able to help this team, for sure. Man, it was a big weight lifted off my shoulders after I got those results, but I'm thankful, man.
Just the strength back, is that what it was?
Yeah, for sure.
Weeks, yeah.
Just getting the strength back and making sure that I can protect myself when I go out there. But I'm fully confident now to go out there and perform to the best of my abilities.
Now that football is here, what's your hunger level going into this week?
I can't even put it into words. I'm just ready to get back after it. It's a big game to come back to Sunday Night Football, but, just like any other game as well. So I'm just ready to go back and just help my team in this position that I'm in.
And you know what? We like to see that, man. We talk about, like, this is a game, right? But these guys are still human, and they have to deal with human things. You could see the emotion in his eyes when he talked about missing 2 games and that it wasn't cancerous and stuff like that. That's one thing about cancer, man. When you have it, like, even though you beat it, there's always a threat that it'll return, man. And it's good to see him on the other side of that. You know what I mean? Because I've said this before, I haven't had a family member battle cancer yet. And some of you in the comment section have said and left posts. As a matter of fact, on the last video we did about Josh, when we found out what the situation was, that you guys have battled it or have had family members that's battled it and have come out on the other side winning that fight. So it's good to see Josh back. You can tell how much he loves the game and how much he wants to get back out there to help his team. And you know what? We're going to need him. We're going to need him. He's going to be that guy probably opposite Za'Darius, who I think will play. I think Za'Darius is excited. He said he was fired up to get here in Detroit and help this team, go all the way. So I would be surprised if Za'Darius doesn't play. I mean, these guys' bodies are conditioned to play for long periods of time. And Za'Darius is going to be in the playoffs, no doubt. The Lions have a 98% chance going into Week 10 to make the playoffs. That number is going to be greater than 99% if they win this game, which I expect them to do. So it's good to see that it was non-cancerous and that Josh is back and he's looking to, hopefully he can finish the season, man. And you know what? I want him to have a really good year and a half. He's on our team for the half of this season and next season. Levi, this is his last year, so he has to kind of prove himself and not only for the Detroit Lions for next year as well. And Paschal, I mean, Paschal, you'll be picking up Jamison Williams' 5th-year option, and then Paschal will be entering his last year, and he's going to be playing for a contract, no doubt, as well. And it's good to see guys that we drafted do well and go through a fight like he's gone through and come out on top. So, Josh, good to have you back. Glad it was not cancerous, man, and we're looking forward to have you back on the field. Team is going to need you. I'm going to be cheering you on, man. Like I said, the only defensive lineman to have a sack since we lost Hutch a year ago, but that will change come the entry of Zadarius Smith, man. So good to see, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.